Yeah.
You were telling me, I want to know more about, well, tell me again about who was the favorite of Aunt Beulah's.
I was,
How do you know that?
because from the, I was the
The oldest?
oldest,
Mm-hmm.
and she didn't have any children, and she knew she could never have any children.
Right.
So it's like she just took me in,
Yeah.
and I was going to be her favorite.
Yeah. And what's the Catalina story?
Well, she promised Loretta that if she would learn how to swim, or any one of us would learn how to swim, well, then she would take them to Catalina.
Yeah.
Well, living out there in the desert, we didn't have swimming pools anywhere, so so anyway, but then she said, well, you can learn over there in Catalina then.
Yeah. Oh, so that's how you got to go.
Yeah.
Did you learn while you were over in Catalina?
Well, I tried, but I all but drowned.
How did you try?
Well,
Did you take
know,
lessons?
Well, yeah, she was out there trying to help me, but she finally gave up as a bad cause. I guess you're never going to be able to swim.
But Aunt Loretta was always jealous of you for that?
Yeah, because in the meantime, she kind of learned how.
And she went through all the effort.
And she never did get to go. She was so mad.
What about the funeral home that you lived in?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you got to
yeah,
go back
well,
and
that's
tell,
when we were
tell,
little.
tell about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's when we were on Long Beach Boulevard.
Okay, so that was
Back
when you
in
were real
Southern
little.
California.
Yeah,
again.
before you went to Palmdale, huh?
Yeah. And, yeah, that was bad because we had to live in this place and, you know, you get an awful funny feeling when you'd go in there and see, and then you could see where the
Caskets?
yeah, where everything was in there. And
Did they have dead people in there?
Yeah.
And you lived right in there with the dead people?
Yeah, we did. We had a little stage. It was a little stage,
Yeah.
and we could close the curtain.
Did you
And
put
that
on
was it.
plays and stuff?
Huh?
Did you have like spooky plays in the place when you were kids? Sounds like what David and Lynette would do. So,
Oh, well, Loretta, she woke up one night and just was going crazy because she felt that this is now our family, not when I was married to Dad.
right.
And she was, she said that she'd seen some man looking in the window at her.
Oh, yeah, I can remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so everybody
you?
thought, well, it's nothing, you know. I don't know why he was looking in the window at you. But anyway, that was spooky in there, though.
Yeah.
I hated that place.
You weren't there too long?
No, we weren't there too terribly long. We never stayed anywhere very long because we never paid our bills.
What did your dad do for a living back then?
Well, at that time, he was out going from house to house, trying to sell. He was like a salesman. He'd try different things. Some kind of a fancy broom or some kind.
He was like a fuller brush man.
Yeah. Whatever would bring in a few cents.
And your
know.
mom, she worked, right?
Not then, she didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But later for the phone company.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now I want to know about your old boyfriends back then.
Oh my goodness, that long ago?
Yeah.
Well, there was a little boy that really
and you notice
liked...
Dad is really watching carefully here. Yeah, there was a little boy.
Now, wait a minute, that was Loretta. Loretta had this little boy that was
Okay.
crazy about her, and we were living on Long Beach Boulevard in L.A.,
Uh-huh.
and he would stand out and throw cookies over, trying to get them over to our house to Loretta.
Really?
She's the one that had all the boyfriends.
Oh.
Loretta always did.
How come you didn't?
Because I was shy,
Oh. Okay.
and I was such a good girl.
Yes. And Aunt Loretta was not a good girl. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Maybe that's putting it quite clearly.
Okay. And she wasn't shy. Okay. So, anyway, the little boy was throwing cookies over the fence at Aunt Loretta?
Yeah, I mean, he'd just do anything to get her to, but the trouble was, he couldn't throw far enough, and they'd end up out in the boulevard there.
Oh.
Yeah. And
But
so
now, how old was this little boy?
they were in the 2nd grade, I think.
You guys lived in L.A.?
Oh, yeah,
when she
before
was
we went to Palmdale.
Well, I didn't realize you were in L.A. first, then you went to Palmdale.
Yeah.
How old were you when you went to Palmdale?
Well, I was, at that time, I guess Loretta was even younger than I just said, because Loretta and I could, both of us, start school, I mean, be transferred to that school, except Loretta was just going to be in the 1st grade, I guess. And if I could pass the test, I could be in the 2nd grade.
Oh, okay. So you were pretty young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
what
Mom
about
had us bingo, bingo, bingo,
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
First you, then a year later Aunt Loretta, then 2 years later Aunt Roberta.
Yeah.
It was more than just playing bingo.
Yeah.
There's more than just playing bingo. What do you mean?
You said
You don't just
your
go
mom
bingo,
had a
bingo,
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 and
bingo.
have 3 kids.
I was talking about how you get pregnant.
Oh!
More like bingo, bongo, bongo.
Something like that, I don't know.
I don't think I had any idea at all how anybody even got pregnant.
Well, probably not. Not in the 1st or 2nd grade,
Let's hope.
especially back then. Nowadays, maybe so.